Good morning. Oh, wow, it just said that 10 of you joined at the same time. So I don't know who's here. But good morning. How is everyone? Did you have a good weekend? I hope so. We did a bunch of work in the backyard yesterday, and then we changed the plan a little bit, so we have more work to do on Sunday, but that's okay. I think it'll be worth it. And then, what else did I do? I outlined the rest of the turtle. That's pretty much it on this one. Good morning. There's a gnat that's flying around. Okay, so I'm going to get straight to it. Alice says, I don't want to be that person, but oh my, I am behind. Bit of homework for today. Girl, I'm behind too. So I still have these 3 guys to do. I did my nails last night. I thought I would jazz it up a bit to be like the coral. And then I still have this guy to do. So I'm right here with you. And I'm still deciding if I want to outline this or not. I think they look so cool how they are, but I just don't know. All right, so today we're going to do this guy here. And I have an idea for it, yeah, but I'm not sure if it will work or not. It's another one of those, like, I think it will look really cool if it will work, and if it doesn't, hey-ho, what are we really losing, you know? And all of you people saying that you're behind, it's fine. Go at your own pace. It's totally okay. The videos will always be there. I'm always available for questions, and I'll always repost your stuff, even if you share it like weeks and weeks and weeks from now. I'm still like, yes, babe, let's share, okay? So don't feel like you have to be done on Friday, because to be honest, I probably won't be. The other thing is that everyone's hoops are looking so amazing. I cannot tell you how proud I am of you. Like, amazing. So, well done. All right, so we're going to do this in here. So this is my, so this is my idea, right? So I've got this purpley color, very similar to this one here. And I'm going to do that for the inside of all of these, just a regular satin stitch. And then I'm going to do this purple for the outside, and we're going to do like a buttonhole stitch on the outside. Yeah, blanket stitch, buttonholes, very similar. So we'll work kind of from the middle out on each one. Oh, I gotta go close the door because it's making noises. But hopefully that will give a good distinction. And then we'll do a little stem stitch on the tops of these where we might not get a good outline. So we'll start with the purple. I've got 3 strands. And I'm just going to fill in all of these middle spaces that I've colored blue. And I've colored them blue so that it's really easy for me to see the difference of where I should be stitching and where I should not be stitching. So by using the 2 colors, we'll be able to make a nice distinction between like the inside of the plant and the outside of the plant. And then we'll be able to separate the areas where you can't really tell. 3 strands. But again, if you've got a smaller hoop than me, I've got an 8-inch hoop. If you used a smaller hoop, then you'll probably need to use a little bit less because this plant will be smaller. So we're just doing a regular satin stitch to fill up the end, or the middle, sorry. And obviously you can switch these around if you want to as well. I've already had a coffee and a Coke this morning, so I feel like I'm out of breath. Oh. Oh. And you know what? A little bit gross, but I was running around yesterday with my niece Quinn, who's 4.5. And I'm not gonna lie, my heels are like so split open from like just running around all day outside with no shoes on. Dumb idea. So I think I'm gonna have to like put some kind of foot lotion on them or something. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do something because they're like sore from being split open. So I hope this works, guys. I think it's gonna look really cool if it does. And then if you wanted to change, I know I've said it before, but if you wanted to change and put the light color on the inside and the dark color on the outside, it would almost look like the inside is glowing. That would be cool. But I already have a big plant that's this color over here. So I felt like I could do this light purple. Because it's like a slightly different color purple than these ones. And then I could probably get away with it. I think also because this stitch along is probably the most detailed with all of the overlapping things, all the different colors. Do it at your own pace. You know, other stitch alongs I know where it was quite easy to like stay on track because we weren't really doing so much each day. But each of these is so detailed that it does take longer. So I'm sorry for that. I would still class it as a stitch along, any of the stitch alongs as beginners, because you can do them as slowly or as quickly as you want to. And you can watch the videos again and again. So if you really have, I knew there was a knot back there. I kept feeling it. And it's still just using really simple stitches. It's just, the way that we manipulate the stitches is a bit different. So it's like a little apology for making this so complicated for you guys. Okay, I'm gonna just finish this little guy here and then go back and do the buttonhole or blanket stitch like I was saying. We'll see if it works so that you don't have to watch me fill in this entire thing before you see what it's like, and then you can decide like what you want to do, you know? And for that stitch, I've got just 2 strands because I want it to be nice and tight up in here. Hi, George. And I want you to be able to see the lines. So I don't really want to make it the lines too thick. So this dark purple, we have 3 strands. And for the light purple, it is like a bluish purple. We'll have just 2. So again, I hope that it works. be another experiment. I had a hoop that I was like working on that if I wanted to like try something, I could just stitch it real quick on that, but I got to finish these orders, and then I've got the state hoops to do. So I did a couple patterns over the weekend, and then yeah, I need to list those and then send them to the people. So I'm still working, guys. Morning, Mary. Okay, so I'm almost done with this side. I'll do a little knot and then do the next part so that, like I said, if you wanted to crack on, you could. So there's that. Let's just have a look. Could have been perfect, but it wasn't. Oh my goodness, not yesterday night, but the night before, there was this high-pitched noise come from outside somewhere. It must have been like someone's house alarm or like something, but it was like the highest pitched noise. And it just wouldn't stop. We had to sleep with a fan on, and we put the laptop in the bedroom and like watched a movie to fall asleep because the high-pitched noise, I couldn't tell where it was coming from or anything. Like there wasn't like we couldn't see an alarm going off or anything like that. Oh, it's so annoying though. Okay, so now we're gonna go back in with this buttonhole blanket stitch. I feel like they're really similar, and we're gonna work from this way over. Okay, so we're gonna come up in the middle. Yeah, and then wherever you want your lines to go down, that's where you're gonna go down. So this is another one of those where you might need to do some lines like this because it is like a fan in the middle. So you're gonna want to make sure that all your straight lines are going to the side in the middle. So you're gonna put your needle down where you want the line to go. Okay, and then just go over one little step. And then pull it to the side. And you want these to be quite close. So it's just like a fly stitch kind of. It's just like the buttonhole or the blanket stitch. Again, you want them to be quite close because we're almost filling in this whole space with these lines. And I've only got 2 strands on here. So if you had 3 strands or 4 strands, then you wouldn't be able to get as many lines. Like I keep saying, keep them nice and close, and you want to follow the shape down here where you're putting your needle down, and also the shape up here. So wherever you put this needle up, that's where the top of this here is going to be. Don't even get into a knot right now. And you want to hold this one here tight, yeah, until you pull the next one through. Come on. Come on. It's because I made it so long, the thread so long. Yeah, and then to end it, you just put a little tacking stitch on the other side of that one. Okay, so on the other side, we'll do it the other way. So we'll do a line. We'll end up doing a straight stitch down the middle. Or maybe not. Yeah, you'll need one. Yeah. Just to even that up a little bit, because it was all leaning to that side. Now this side will go and start up here at the top and put the needle down over here, making that line on this side. So you're actually swapping the ways over. Yeah? So let's do this little guy now. This one will be a little bit tricky because the first couple you're just going to go to here. Okay? Or you can stitch over this later. So it depends on what you would like to do. I will probably end up stitching straight over it because this will be easy to cover when I do this one. Yeah? So if you just imagine that's not there, and then use these lines as your guide. So again, we'll start up here. Try not to get it in the blue part, you know? What's going on with knots today? I should have just cut it earlier and made it a little bit shorter, and then it would have been fine, huh? But no. Okay, so this is where I'm saying that you might have to do a stem stitch around the top, because you see how this one has a nice little outline, but on the top here it doesn't. So when we're all finished with this side, I'll come back and have a look and see if we need to add anything there or if it's fine how it is. My heart is telling me definitely add it, but my mind is saying just wait and see, Tori. Don't get out of control. And then obviously we can use the contrasting color to make a little line or an outline here, or even another color purple if we wanted to. Just to make that distinction. Sorry. I always get a runny nose when the weather changes. So like yesterday it was really hot, and then last night it was cold, and we slept with the windows open. Let's see, I could probably do one more. Yeah, so the closer you put them together here, the more like close they are. And I'm just filling up that space with straight stitches. Okay, so it definitely needs a little outline or something here, which I will probably do in this color. So let's do the same thing over here. And again, if you wanted to, you could absolutely just satin stitch the whole thing and be done. Wash your hands of it. You don't have to worry about outlining or doing any of that kind of thing. Just do a satin stitch, add some details, and you'll be fine. But I thought, try a new stitch, use it in a new way, and we'll see what it looks like. You could even do just a couple of these. So the original drawing had just some lines like this. You could even do a satin stitch for the whole thing and then just add a couple right at the end there if you really wanted to. Let's do just one more. And we'll go back and see what it looks like. So the half like that, definitely. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that I'm going to need to do a little line to separate these here, just like I need a little line to separate these here. I'll do a little stem stitch on this side to make it look like the front. Just a little one. So I'm just doing the back of this line here. And that's just to give the same illusion of the twistiness in the front as we have, or in the back that we have in the front. And then we can use the other color to make that line down. So if you see over here, we've got these lines that go straight down. Yeah, we can do that here as well. Or you could use a darker color if you wanted to, too. Yeah, probably a darker color would have looked better, but that's okay. It's okay for right now. So there we go. I've done half. Okay, and let me jump over here and do this one. And then we'll get the darker color out and do a couple little lines for the outside and see if that works. Okay, so that's what we've got. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one. And then we'll get the darker color out and do a couple little lines for the outside and see if that works. Okay, so that's what we've got. 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 So it looks really cool. It's definitely the look that I was going for. It just needs a little bit of zhuzh, you know? Let's see about a really long stem stitch along the outside. Now, because that this curve isn't severe like these ones are really tight curves, and this is just a really gentle curve, you can make these stitches a lot bigger than you probably normally would, or bigger than I would recommend. These up here will just need a little straight stitch on the outside. Oh, David's back. So there you go. So there's half. What do we think? I think the inside definitely needs a darker color instead of that light purple. Hi.
Hello.
But other than that, I quite like it. So there we are. I'll probably leave you with this half. The only thing that you need to remember, the inside of this one will be exactly the same. The only thing that you need to remember, I'll show you real quick, is on the other side, you need to work it the other way. So on the left side, we did the loop to the left. And on this side, you're gonna need to do the loop to the right. So let's see here. Remember, I did one straight stitch down the middle because these stitches will lean to each side. Thanks, Jamie T. I'll just quickly do this bottom one and then you can have a look and then I'll be finished. Everyone's gonna think that that's your actual voice.
It is.
No, it's not. Okay, so like I said, this side here, you're gonna do the other way. So obviously fill it in with the satin stitch first, okay? Because this is gonna be a pain to try and tuck those in every single time. So on the right, or on the left, we did it to the left, and on the right, you're gonna need to do it to the right. And again, with the really little stitches to make them look like they're really close together. Okay? So I just thought I would like clarify that because you can't do the same stitch the whole way or else the lines won't be in the right direction. So these ones on this side, we want them to go that way. On these ones on this side, we want them to go the other way. And that will make it look a bit more 3D, you know? And the closer that you make these stitches together, the more coverage you're going to get with the thread. So like I said, I only have 2 strands on here. And over here, we got them really, really close together. And over here, they're not so close together. So that's why you see the fabric in between those lines like that. So yeah, be sure to tag me in what you've stitched, whether it's today's or yesterday's or the day before's. Don't care. Just whatever stitching that you get done, give me a tag and I'll be happy to share it. There's also the Barmy Foxes Facebook group, which a lot of people are posting their progress in there or asking questions in there. To be fair, I'm more likely to see it if you posted it in there because it will tag me directly. I know on Instagram sometimes it moves a little bit fast, and you only get so many likes or notifications before they disappear. So the easiest way is to either tag me in the photo so that I get a notification in a different place, or you can go straight to the Facebook group. And in the Facebook group, I do try and either like them all or respond to all of them because, like I said, it gives me a notification. Really, I only use Facebook for the group anyways. I'm not really on there on my personal account. So, I mean, my parents tag me and stuff sometimes. But other than that, I'm not really on there that much. I agree. Okay, so Veronica just says the stem stitch outline makes it look really 3D. So remember, we've only done the stem stitch outline on the top. So this here, this right here, and this right here, and this top here, that's all done by this stitch. So what she's referring to is just this top outline part on these top ones, which I didn't add it to this one, but I'll add it all the way along the edge there. And that will make it look, like she said, really 3D and it goes, it snakes all the way around. So that's why you really need to make sure that you get it in these curves as well, making your stem stitches really, really, really small. So there we go. I'll probably go back with an even darker color, probably like this one maybe, and do some straight down lines there just to punch it up a little bit more. You really don't need them. I obviously cannot cut them out now because I've done them in the stem stitch. Do you know what I mean? It's all one piece of thread. So if I cut them out, I'd have to cut out all the stem stitch to redo it. So yeah, I'll probably just end up stitching over that. But yeah, I really like how this has come out now. I think it looks really cool. And it's nice to challenge yourself to work one way and the other way as well. So like I said, this side you're going to put the loop on that side, and this side you're going to put it on that side. So it's kind of like working backwards a little bit. Do you know what? I think she's actually talking about this stem stitch and not this top stem stitch. The more I looked at it, the more I thought, you know what? I think she actually means something else. Ow! Well, that was rude. I just pushed my needle through from the tip and pushed this through the top. That wasn't nice. These kinds of things just happen. That was totally my stomach, by the way, because I didn't have breakfast yet. Might as well just finish this, eh? Now these do get pretty severe on the sides. So you might have to just fill it up with straight stitches to give it that look. know, because you can only make it go so far before you're like, oh, I'm out of space, you know? So if you really want to have this curved look there, then you can just straight stitch. There we go. So that's done. I'll also have to do this little bit and that little bit, and then obviously continue that satin stitch straight across. So zoom out. That's what we've got. So I hope you like it. I can't wait to see your hoops. And I'll talk with you tomorrow. We'll probably end up doing this here tomorrow because it's quite a lot of work. So that you'll need the rest of the week to kind of catch up a little bit. And then we'll end on these little fishies. So after this one, it's pretty much one more plant and then animals. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk with you tomorrow. All right? Bye.